Milan's two football behemoths limber up to do battle once more, and the prospect is tantalising. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. One of the world's great city rivalries, the Milan derby, it has its own chapter in the story of the Italian game.
Yes, Peter, this is one of the must-see derbies in world football. The atmosphere alone will send shivers down your spine, and when a goal is registered, the decibel level will deafen you. Believe me on that. Tension levels can be off the scale, and the Milanese have a unique way of expressing their emotions. I've been privileged to be in this position before now, and I'm not expecting to leave disappointed.
We have already started here. Another episode of this age-old tale, uncompromising conflict. This familiar tale ready to be retold. Well, it's fair to presume, I suppose, that Lionel Messi will, as almost always, Jim, be carrying a huge burden of expectation here.
Yeah, but it won't bother him at all, Peter. He just delivers without fail time and time again, and often in a way only he can.
Absolutely. So I wonder what the little magician will have in store for us today.
Well, all I shall say is expect the unexpected.
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Now it's Iniesta. Gives it back. Kimmich. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now, can they get him away? He's picked his way through. That is good strength.
Well, neither team has yet managed to impose any authority, and as a consequence, this game's just drifted.
Aubameyang, real chance! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Oh, he's really looking like he's on the very top of his game here.
And that has been cleared. And now a sudden chance to counter. Thuram. Hullet. And here's Iniesta. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase, and of course those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Cannavaro. Guardiola. Now it's Aubameyang. Guardiola. He whips in across. And they've got rid. To Messi. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him. They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Great vision. Now it's Van Basten. Played backwards here. Milan looking to pass their way through. He's through, now is he in? Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Pinged towards the front line. Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Iniesta can see things others simply cannot. So still we are where we began. It's 0-0. And here's Mbappe. Iniesta. And the shot! Goal! Inter! There is the breakthrough. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well, that's changed the mood entirely, as you'd expect, Peter. It'll be fascinating now to see what kind of reaction it will cause.
Oh, what a ball! Great ball, and he's in here! Oh, that's a fine interception. And it's Maldini. Makalele. Pele. And that'll be the final action of the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Well, it's been a proper derby so far, no doubt about that. Intense and utterly captivating. That gets things going for the second half.
It's not easy being down in situations like this. I know it's an overused term, but you really have to play with courage. Be brave, and let's see where it gets you. You might just get lucky because of it.
He gets a ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
Well, he knew what he was taking on there, Peter, and special delivery from the ref.
Iniesta. Yaya Toure. Here's a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Iniesta. Messi. He's had it taken off him. Now it's Pele. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. And it's Hullet. Baresi spots it and intercepts. Mbappe. Messi. And he's well positioned here. Yaya Toure. And it's Makalele. Can he get on the end of this? Iniesta. Mosquera. And it's Messi. And that interception was most necessary. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Guardiola. Milan still this single goal behind. And Messi! He's missed, but not by that far.
Messi really looked as though he had chosen correctly then, and yet we quickly realised he hadn't.
Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Wasn't easy on the eye, but it's done its job. Looking for options for movement. And he welcomes it in. And that is expertly dealt with.
Milan really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
Van Basten! We've got a goal! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
And that is a little undercooked. Iniesta. And here's Aubameyang. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Who saw this coming? This is going right to the wire. And here's Aubameyang. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Yaya Toure. And they can counter here. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Now it's Hullet. Makaleli.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Oh, this looks sharp. And he's intervened well there. Iniesta. Iniesta powering forward here. That has been cut short. Now he's off and running. And it's Van Basten. Hullet. Big chance! Goal! Milan! And the comeback is complete. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get press from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 24.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Well, the manager must have thought to himself, we're just narrowly ahead, so it's best to withdraw anybody showing signs of fatigue.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
It's Maradona! And that could have brought them level.
Maradona really wanted that, didn't he? Probably a little too much, to be honest.
It's gone all the way through to the keeper. And now they can spring out of defence. And this is Eto'o. And he plays one through. Hullet! It's a loose ball. He's gone for goal! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Gets a good foot in there.
Milan nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
Ci saranno 3 minuti di recupero.
Isco, nicely weighted ball, distributed tidily. Oh, good-looking ball. Knocks it into space, and he's picked out the run. Adriano chasing after it. And that is as far as it goes. Milan have done it with iron, with pragmatism, the sort you expect from a team like this. Admirable, enjoyable, and look how they reacted to that initial setback. Well, how will we look back on that?
That is a superb win. This is one of those games where the result justifies whatever means. Just look at the...
Well, forget form, forget stats. This is a derby game, and conventional wisdom goes out of the window. Milan's two football behemoths limber up to do battle once more, and the prospect is tantalising. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters, who are ready now to perform. One of the world's great city rivalries, the Milan derby. It has its own chapter in the story of the Italian game.
Well, Peter, a derby with over a century of history and two huge institutions. It's a game, no matter what the dynamic or the significance, has always been a really highly charged affair that's utterly unmissable, and I expect this one to be no different.
Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Two tribes going toe-to-toe. This familiar tale ready to be retold. And here's Mbappe. Now this could be a chance. Gives it back. And it's Isco. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Well, here's a guy who's come as close as you can to perfecting the game, though his demeanour could barely be more modest. He really is every bit the anti-Galactico.
Yeah, and you wouldn't think that he's one of the great all-time midfielders until you actually see what he does on the pitch. Royalty.
Andres Iniesta. Few do it better than him. Some say nobody has done it better than him. Kimmich producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Adriano. It's Adriano! Inter Milan with the corner, they're first. Another corner, any better luck this time round? Corner number 2 then. Punched away. And now a sudden chance to counter. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Nice looking ball. No, he's just misjudged that one. Bergomi plays it all the way forward. Adriano touches it back. Iniesta conjures time and space where few can. And it's Hullet. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Adriano is onto it in a flash. Unrelenting, uncompromising pressure on him. Milan yet to have an attempt on goal. Iniesta. Messi.
Inter couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
And here's Mbappe. Passing is crisp and sharp. Yaya Toure. Oh, this looks sharp. And it's Iniesta. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Knocks it into space. Oh, played through for the wide man. Messi. Here's Makaleli. Casemiro. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Makaleli. Yaya Toure. Mbappe. Iniesta. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Isco. Isco going face-to-face with his great rival. Inter Milan, disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Oh, that's fabulous. Nice interception, well timed.
Hullet really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Oh, that was vital. And it's Iniesta. Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. It's a mighty effort! It's there!
That couldn't have been a more potent injection of belief for this team. Top man, top drawer.
It was wonderfully efficient.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Milan penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Well, the roof's just about stayed on, but the crowd level has gone up a notch or 10.
And the shots! They've done it! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! An act of charity gratefully received.
I think the defence really need to wake up here, Peter. They really shouldn't be getting caught out like that.
So that's two. And there is the half-time whistle. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Milan really did kick on after getting that first goal. Could they have gone another one and killed the game off completely? Possibly. But as long as they can keep up the intensity, maintain the purpose levels, I think they'll get another chance soon enough.
Well, it has been confrontational, combative, competitive. Everything you'd expect from Derby Day. Milan are heading into the break, very happy with how it's gone so far. Here we go again then. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Mosquera. And it's Kimmich.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
And here's Van Basten. Casemiro. Iniesta. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Iniesta. Van Basten. Van Basten unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And that is out of play. Maldini. Pass just lacking in accuracy for Iniesta. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Always onto this. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Tries to play it through. Gullit. So much time and space here. It looks as though the ref has given a penalty. He has. Milan presented with a golden opportunity here. Khan, in the context of the game, he must save it. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
That's a good penalty, made the keeper commit early and set himself up for quite a comfortable finish.
A case now of complete control. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Van Basten. Now it's Gullit. Good ball over the top. Khan claims comfortably. That's a sharp pass. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Now it's Van Basten. Isco.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Mbappe was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Maldini makes the interception. Turns back here, probably the best option. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Maldini. Isco. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And this is our chance!
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Inter seem happy to bash their heads against the brick wall, Peter. That central route forward is just a no-go zone.
Iniesta! Smashing save, really good save that.
Well, that always looked a little ambitious for me, but still, at least he had the confidence to take it on.
Iniesta. That's very neat. And it's Isco. Isco will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. It's a decent chance! Well, it was a chance, but meat and drink for the keeper.
Oh, how about that touch, Peter? I mean, that was brilliant. He got the ball to go exactly where he wanted it. The touch was perfection, the finish, imperfection.
Milan are almost home and dry now. And here's Isco. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Isco. Now it's Mbappe. He's away. Big chance! They've got to be quick to recover this. Makaleli. And here's Mbappe. Messi, very much a man of this moment. Makaleli. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And here's Hullet. Chance here to counter.
Ci sarà
Yaya
un
Toure.
minuto di recupero.
Oh, it's come loose. Aims beyond. Can he finish? Yes! Results no longer in doubt. It's just about how many. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
And he's done it again. He's got his second.
Sostituzione per l'Inter, numero 17.
And the referee brings it to a close. Well, that was a tale of two very different teams. One driven, ruthless, prolific. The other quite the opposite in all of those areas. The result, a very accurate reflection of what we saw. Van Basten claiming the Man of the Match award, and